Welcome back to BCW, proudly brought to you by Haltech. This week, we are tackling Gian's Impreza EJ25, and as a bonus, Wayne is here finishing up the GX81 exhaust, and depending on the scheduling of this episode, the car may or may not already be finished, but this is how the episode's panned out, so I hope you guys enjoy it. The plan today is to tear the thing down, replace the gaskets, any seals, timing belt kit, water pump, all kinds of goodies that are going to go back into this engine to mean hopefully that it will do another 150 plus thousand Ks happily. The car does already have 300 on it, so if it makes it to 450 before it meets its end in the Sims Crusher, I'll be more than happy with that, and I think Gian will be too. But go rip this thing apart and hopefully we'll be done by lunchtime, so let's get into it. And hopefully no one gets welding flash.
Yeah, we're off to a pretty shaky start.
Nah. The one thing I do need to still get is a rear main seal, which I don't think I can actually put the flywheel and clutch on anyway because we need the bolts from your car to do that.
Ah, right.
So in the next episode, we'll be putting the flywheel and the clutch on. Sweet. Because I don't want to be using dodgy bolts because that might remove legs. So, safety second. No, the plan today is just rip it apart, clean it up. Because this hasn't overheated and it just has a minor oil leak from the head, I'm literally just going to clean the heads up and reuse them as they are. We're not going to bother machining it. This thing was a good runner. Like I said in a previous episode, I installed this into the other car it came out of myself about 5 years ago. The car did very little kilometers between that installation and then the car subsequently being taken off the road. We did work out, I thought, from memory, the car actually never made it back on the road, but I think what actually happened is it did 12 months of rego and then it got parked up. So, yeah, teardown time, EJ life.
This very faintly says 165,000. I'm assuming that's from when you...
I think that's when it was installed.
Yeah.
Which is basically half of what yours has.
Yeah, how funny.
I think we were saying off camera a while ago, you mentioned that yours had replacement head gaskets fitted.
Yeah, the previous owner showed me receipts of head gaskets being done at. I can't remember the mileage actually.
Got over 300 now, but it depends when they did the head gaskets last.
Yeah, I think it was roughly around the 200 mark.
Yeah, okay, that's the standard 100,000 K service on one of these.
Yeah, that's the joke / not joke.
It's not a joke. That's the problem with 2.5s. I was talking to Wayne about it earlier. Subaru architecture, the physical block is the same overall dimensions externally between a 1.3 and a 2.5. So there's just not any more real estate internally to put bigger or thicker flanges for the block or the deck or any of that sort of stuff. So a lot of these engines always had that design flaw, if you will. And from day one, the 2.5 had massive dramas. Like the first 2.5 came out, I think in about 94 or 95 in Japan. We didn't get it till about 97 in Australia. And yeah, they were in Gen 2 Liberties and Outbacks. And yeah, they were the king of head gasket failures back in the day. And strangely, they had a really thick multi-layer steel head gasket, whereas when they went to this single cam 2.5, they went back to like a single layer. It's only like 0.6 of a mil, the head gasket in this, so yeah, could be interesting times.
Let me just check out what Wayne's doing here. That is looking schmick. So do you have a preference on either the 2 litre or 2.5, or is there a superior?
2 litre is definitely the hot sauce in turbo land.
Oh yeah.
Again, Wayne and I were talking earlier, and we're talking about like what reliable power looks like in EJ, and I mean that's a bit of a joke in itself. But the 2 litre, the EJ207 from the 02 to 05 Impreza WX STI, that is the hot sauce if you want to build like a stock bottom end 300 kilowatt combo. That's the 85 and some ARP head studs and just slap the thing back together with some decent heads, not even cams sometimes. I mean, obviously cams, but not aftermarket cams. They're a good thing. And I can still tell you the part number of that short motor off the top of my head. A guy rang me the other day for one, actually. I haven't sold those short blocks in probably 5 years. And people still ring me for that stuff, which blows my mind. Now we are going to use your whole top end. We'll just use from your car because we know it works. I will put this aside until your car's actually running in case we need bits and bobs for whatever reason, but I would prefer I nailed it. I always like to keep the original inlet manifold and wiring harness for the car you're swapping the engine into. These really didn't have any wiring changes or pinout changes in any of these 2.5s, but sometimes you get little nuances or little differences with things like vac lines and that sort of stuff. So yeah, I don't want to get stuck having different things or cross compatibility issues, because yeah, it can become a bit of a pain in the butt when you're trying to find, like say, yeah, little wiring or hose changes. It can be a bit annoying sometimes. So try and remember to use that the manifold from your car. The other trap with Subarus, there's 2 different water crossover pipes. So on Liberty and Impreza, it's straight. On Forester, it's offset. So if you go to put a Forester 2.5 in an Impreza, or the other way around, you have to make sure you change that, because the Forester one points way out here, and there's just no way to run that and run that line neatly. And if you do have to change that in the car, it's not that big of a job, but you do have to pull the inlet manifold off. There's no way to do it without pulling the inlet and the whole top of the engine off. So keep that in mind when you are doing your engine swap, if you do end up with a Forester engine in a Liberty, or a Liberty engine in a Forester, or Legacy or Impreza, depending on the market you're in. Because it sucks. Hey Wayne.
So I stood up there to look at it.
God.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you want to do the same, because it looks different to up here, from down here. If that
Oh
makes sense.
Christ. Jesus.
Oh God.
And that's how Ben
Oh
died.
God.
No,
What's your concern?
Well, if I go back that much,
Yeah.
I'm clear of the bolt.
Yeah, okay. It is very sticky outy from the top, eh?
It's very different, yeah. So we can go back more if you want.
The only reason I was coming, I suppose it won't really,
Well,
dying.
I'm looking at the hanger.
Yeah, if you can make the hanger work and it goes in a bit, all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Cool.
because we can actually tuck it up a bit higher. The further you go back,
Yeah, you can go.
the higher the muffler can be, because that stupid rail is down sloping for some reason.
So there is completely clear of the bracket.
Yeah, that's spot on. Then it means I don't have to worry about changing bolts and stuff either. Not Wayne's first rodeo, people.
Oh
my
yeah,
definiters.
Spider-Man.
Oh, I did say this engine was going to take 2 weeks, right? After jumping off that ledge. This is where the memory comes into it, all the wires and stuff that you leave plugged in. That's something we're going to have to be careful of on yours, is making sure I don't break that piece, because I just snapped it on this one.
Oh, okay.
So now we need your one. Oh, should be done by lunchtime.
Yeah.
Not doing any bottom end stuff,
So why'd that snap? Why is that so brilliant?
because it's just hard. It's rubber, but
Ah.
it's just hard because A, it's cold, and B, it's old.
Hey, so you actually admitted that it's cold here.
I mean,
He says, well, he's got shorts on.
I meant the rubber was cold, not the day's cold.
He's young, reliable.
I wonder why that is. Hey, you just said sometimes they're a roll of the dice, sometimes they go for 300,000 Ks and sometimes they go for 50.
Magic. You
Yeah.
know what it is? It's people running them out of oil.
Ah, okay, right.
Always people running them out of oil.
Right. Well, that's how I figured out that I actually had that oil leak, was I ran it out of oil and then,
I cannot believe your one survived running it out of oil.
yeah. When you say running it out of oil, that one time it was not on the dipstick.
It only
Does
needs
that
one,
mean,
bro.
Yeah, does that mean running out of oil, basically?
Pretty well, yeah.
Cool. Would you say running out of oil means on the low mark of the dipstick, or is that still
Nah.
fine?
I mean, fine's not the word, but you might get lucky.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, if you can't see it on the dipstick,
Yeah,
9 times out of 10, that's a bad time.
yeah.
I put the tools away if that's what you're looking for. Oh, the level. I lost that for a month and a half and it never actually moved. It was just stuck to the wall. I was just looking in a different spot. The memories are coming back. They're flooding back. Oh, that's interesting. This was originally a manual engine. So this guide is only on manual engines.
Ah.
Yeah,
How many of these things are you changing?
all of them.
Oh, so all this stuff is new.
That. And that's not even old. It's old by time, but like I said, it hasn't done many Ks.
But yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, look, there's like corrosion on that. Or is
Well,
that...
that's because it's sat.
So obviously condensation somehow gets in.
It might even have been when I washed it the other day.
Oh, okay, true.
See ya.
Whoa, springy.
Yeah. it would have dropped off, like it's moved on that one. Because it would have been right on the spring.
This is obviously the timing belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, he's in there.
So can you even change the water pump on this without taking the engine out?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's when you do that water pump with a time belt.
Yeah, gotcha.
This socket does not love these bolts. Have I got one of those hoses? Yes.
Is that where you suss out before you
No.
suss out how aggressively you're going to rip that off?
Yeah. And no, I don't have one of those hoses. I've only got the smaller ones. So now I've got to be gentle. This is what this tool is for. People will be getting horrified right now, but this is actually what this tool's made for, is to break that seal between pipes. So now that's free and get the water pump off. No, I nearly got, did I get you on the toe?
Nah.
Oh, I just saw your toe was all scuffed. I'm like, oh no, it's Skatey Man. Avril Lavigne's mate. Yeah, it looks fine. Oh, these gaskets are so supple and new. Oh, the most of the NA ones are single cam.
Okay.
Single cam.
Well,
Yeah, so you
single
can't see
cam
it,
per
but it's-
side.
It's
Ah,
down.
okay. Righto.
That's the.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Needs a bigger one.
What, so there's two of these on other engines?
They sit.
Can
yeah,
be.
They sit directly on top of on the valves.
The 2J's like that.
Yeah.
Do those bolts have a name?
Sorry, mate.
Do these bolts have a name you just undid?
Head bolts.
Head bolts. Yeah, right. Holy crap, they're long.
Not really. It's pretty standard. Straighten the scrap bin. They always have this pungent smell.
Don't say smell of vision.
I wasn't gonna, I was just gonna give you the pungent smell in the face.
Yeah. I don't know, is that a concern to you at all? Is that
That's what
pretty
they
normal?
always smell like.
So does that smell like burnt oil to you?
It's just the stank out of the head bolt holes.
Yeah. Okay.
All engines seem to have that or
Yeah.
something similar. We're in the depths now, Gian. Head gasket!
Ah, so that's the old famous head gasket.
That's the head gasket.
Does that one have signs of anything
Yeah,
strange?
it's leaking. So see the oil that's at the bottom two holes?
Oh, yep.
That's why they leak. Because it just constantly sits in its own oil. And that's the other reason why the 2.5 seem to burn oil.
Back in the bin.
I used to love doing these, hey.
Is that because you got in the rhythm of it and then it was sort of...
Man, I could do the whole thing drive in, drive out in a day.
Yeah.
Because the same deal, we weren't repairing these for an overheat. They were just seeping oil on that left-hand head, which was so common. We were just doing in and outs.
Yep.
This is that Subaru.
So they're consumables?
Yep. You don't reuse these head bolts. Getting very snowy vibes today.
Yeah, hopefully it's snowing.
Not here.
Yeah, that air's got that real
Just
chill
ice
to
about it.
Yeah.
It's nearly pants weather.
Meanwhile, I've got three pants on.
Yeah, but that's because you're a cold person. Old cold fish over here.
Yeah, so turbo cars love the cold weather, right?
They sure do.
Yeah. Is that because the air's denser and turbo cars generate more heat?
I think it's just more air density, to be totally honest.
And the top of these pistons look normal to you?
Yeah. There's nothing worse than getting hit in the fingers by
yeah.
vice grips on a cold day. Oh, that one come out heaps easier.
I've seen others kind of just grab those out like that.
Yeah, right.
Is that
I don't know.
bad because you could damage
It's
the
not a
dowel?
technique
or-
I've done, but I reckon you'd make it go out around.
Yeah.
So much work.
What are you doing there?
Just cleaning the deck surface and making all the engineers angry. Crazy how quick that's cleaned up, and that's with the fine side of the stone too. I don't generally use the coarse side of the stone much, if at all, on aluminium blocks.
Is that because this takes away too much of the material?
It's just aggressive on it, yeah.
Yeah.
We're really just cleaning it, and then you run it into the water pipe. I'm not trying to take any great amounts of material off here. It's really just cleaning the face. It's just a brake cleaner bottle I've used every other day for the last 5 years. That's come up pretty good. I like that.
I'm always weirded out by how well that holds liquid in there.
Which,
Like, well, where the pistons are in the bore.
yeah, that's how the engine works. That's how it's sealed, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. Are most of those holes just where the, what are they?
Head bolts.
Head bolts go in?
So these 6 are, and then that's your oil return.
Yep.
This is all coolant. So I'm trying to clean all that out as best I can.
Yeah, right.
There'll probably be some material in the sump, so for that reason we'll basically do an oil change straight up. As soon as the engine runs, we'll start it for maybe 30 seconds.
Yep.
And then drop the oil and change it again.
You going to be cutting any perfect shapes with that today?
No, the people didn't like that tip. You know the crazy thing is, that's the way I was shown how to do it at trade school.
Hey, there you go.
Make of that what you will. Blame my TAFE teacher, I guess. The thing is,
Cut
they're
that
like, oh, you
shape
can
out.
damage stuff. And it's like, well, if you use the right size hammer with the right amount of force,
Yeah.
there's really minimal to no risk.
You were very lightly tapping.
And it was the smallest hammer in the world.
Yeah, second smallest.
I hate doing this side.
Some people were saying you should get a blade and cut that, but then I think the blade would keep getting caught and create bigger indentations in that.
Yeah, but that
Surface.
edge isn't probably the concern,
Oh, okay.
to be fair.
Oh, okay.
Like, they're more worried about you peening too much of this and rolling this material back into the deck face.
Ah, yeah, gotcha.
People were too over concerned with my peening. I'm gonna take that off because it's just gonna get in the way. Because the amount of times I'll hit that with a stone.
Yeah. I was watching the disassembly of an MC22 engine the other day,
What's that?
as in the CBR 250cc.
Oh yeah, your scooter thing you want to buy.
Yeah. Motorcycle, but that's fine. I'll excuse it. Would you ever do a resto on one of those for me?
Sure.
Hectic.
I don't know. I know nothing about motorbikes, bro. Keep that in mind. Before
fine.
recruiting me to do work on things that matter, maybe keep that in mind.
Yeah, fair.
This thing, cake walk.
Gobsmacked by how that MC22 engine goes together, though. There's
Yeah.
so many intricate bits.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's
that's like every motorbike engine, bro.
Oh, okay.
There's just so much magic in those.
Right. So it actually differs to a car.
I mean,
Quite
there's just more
lot.
stuff physically, and it's smaller. Or when I say more stuff, it's probably the same amount of components, but everything is just smaller because it's physically more cylinders for the same, if not smaller capacity. Oof.
Weld hangers on, weld that one thing,
Wayne goes home.
and let's start the car.
Lol.
Wowzers. I like that side eye.
Donk.
I also have the muffler.
Do not put fingers in between.
No, there's a sign for that. Good reading, Wayne. That looks very Subaru-like. The
does?
shape of that exhaust is very Subaru, like how it kicks down and then goes up and diagonal.
Yeah.
That is very...
Subaru.
Why?
Oh, actually no, the hangers are Subaru, aren't they? They've got Fuji on it.
Probably.
I saw that.
Oh, you even unbolted the front one.
Yeah.
Mad. Just for ease of removal.
Well, it's only tacked.
Ah, true, yeah. You don't want to be forcing it. Oh, that's really your shoulder.
Oh man, it looks like quite the workout.
It is the workout. I feel like I'm on like that fat blaster thing from the TV. Just getting the core really engaged, you know?
Where did those machines go? I feel like they just disappeared.
Probably to the tip.
Yeah.
So the coolant comes in the front passage here, then it's distributed through both halves of the block. Then it comes out into this crossover pipe, which then runs back to the radiator.
Yep. But is it flat just in terms of just to
It's a
fit everything
clear
in?
inlet
and
manifold.
That's quite satisfying, spraying that in, watching all the muck just come out.
Muck, yeah. I'll just leave that to drain for a bit. Well, I get to do the heads now, yay.
Yeah, so true. I forgot about this side.
What, that we're only halfway done?
Yeah.
These heads have obviously been serviced before because you've got stamping here and that stamping's not factory.
Oh yeah.
So normally that means it's either the person within a shop has done that work, like so that might be the employee number 30, or it's the 30th job of that day or week or whatever.
Yeah, right. How's that looking to you?
Looks like a cylinder head.
Nice.
I mean, I'm literally that's just the first pass. Basically just knocking the carbon off the combustion chamber. So we've knocked all that carbon out now.
So is the aim of the game to try and make that surface level?
Yeah, well, hopefully it's already level and we're just cleaning it really. At the dealership, we basically just hit these with a plastic gasket buffer. We didn't even stone stuff. Just trying to clean this gasket face off as well.
That's obviously exhaust of sorts?
No, that's
or?
inlet.
Oh yeah, gotcha. So these little tiny plastic things, are they dowels of?
They're metal,
Sorts?
but yeah.
And that's just to locate the.
Just the
Inlet.
gasket. So when you put the inlet
right.
manifold on,
Yeah.
it stops the gasket moving. Maybe actually ask Christian.
Is this final fit right now?
That's fun.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
How special. That's handy. So that's just bolted in for ease of removal / installation.
Yeah, most hangers are bolted in. There's only a couple that are usually welded in. This one here's welded in, but that's part of the subframe.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty. That's so good.
So you can make an extension, roll that up, and then adjust it, and then do a V-band up, and
Love it. We can make final adjustment. It's all coming off anyway. Glad that I made that exhaust hanger extra long.
why?
Well, I wasn't sure how long to make that part.
Oh yeah.
And I just guessed. I was like, well, that's how long the bar is, so I'm just going to weld it on as it is.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's worked out well.
Perfectistigus.
I like it.
New word for the day.
Smashed it, bro. Thanks so much.
That's okay. I'm looking forward.
I just wish we could start it.
Yeah. Call me when you do that.
Yeah.
Be here in a heartbeat. Well, give me half an hour at least.
Yeah.
Half an hour travel time.
At least half an hour from your joint. That's mad. Yep. It's exactly the look I was after.
So you went to all that effort of making those nice welds look pretty and.
Yeah, but that's the goal though, is to tuck it up as high as possible.
Yeah.
Because more ground clearance.
Yeah.
The lowest point will be under the diff, which is actually the best place for it to be, the lowest point, because that's going to go over a speed hump or obstacle at the same time the lowest point is. So it's, unless you happen to have something in the middle that's higher than what you're driving over, it's always going to have that clearance there.
It's gonna be nice.
Or ironically, if you try and 45, the speed hump is probably when it might touch.
Oh yeah.
If you got one up and then one down, but thank you.
No, thank you for the opportunity. It's been mad. I love it.
Get some creativity going.
Yeah. There's a couple of induction and
Yeah,
noise out there, and
it's coming along.
yeah.
We're close.
Is this a magnet of sorts?
Kind
up
of,
in
yeah.
here? And that's how that's telling.
It picks up
This
the difference in the
rotation.
magnetic field pretty much,
Yeah, right.
which induces a voltage
Right.
through that sensor because there's a massive coil in there. So it is magnetic to a point, but its primary job is not a magnet, I guess,
Right.
because it's got a really fine copper coil in there. It induces a voltage based on the material passing that.
Yeah.
Someone will explain it a lot better than me, but the long and the short of it is the voltage change between that and that is what the ECU determines as the position.
Yeah, right.
Something random actually that I was telling Wayne before, that notch there, which is the timing mark, is not for top dead. So anyone who looked down here before and they're like, oh, why are the pistons low that doesn't do Subaru things? The Subaru timing mark is all the pistons are actually halfway up the bore. So if the cam spins or whatever, it's basically impossible to bend valves doing a timing belt as long as you actually time it correctly.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, that's not top dead on any bore. It's halfway up for all of them.
What's this sensor called again? This one?
Crank angle sensor.
Crank angle. Yeah, right.
And then the cam angle sensors on that cylinder head.
There you go. What were you saying just before off camera about this being some sort of old pattern?
Yeah, so this is the earliest style trigger pattern. So the later one is like 36 minus 1, I think, from memory. Much like a lot of other late model engines. I think they did it for emissions things to have a finer resolution for starting quicker. So it could find home quicker rather than having to do so many rotations and go, yeah, cool, or so many degrees of rotation before it gets a sync.
So is that 2 done?
2 done.
Amazing.
Because what I'm going to do is brake cleaner these and then sit them back on the cloth after I clean them out because I want to clean all the ports out. And before I handle that gasket, I'm going to go and wash my hands. New can of Magic Spray. Tylemar, they don't sponsor us, but it works good. I think it's different cans in different countries, but it's the same stuff.
That's just to make it a bit tacky?
Yeah, it's like a jointing compound. You don't drown it in, you just want to get a nice little coating.
Does it matter which way?
Which way what?
That these go back on their
Yeah.
block?
Yeah.
Oh, so there is a
They're left and right. So that's not really a dumb question because there's a lot of engines, V8s in particular, or pushrod V8s, that the cylinder head could be used on either side. So it's a fair question. And you look at these castings and they are very similar and it's almost like they're the same casting, just machined in different ways. So I feel like it is definitely possible that you could actually use these heads backwards. Yeah, you definitely could actually, looking at it. It's actually the same casting left and right, so it could be done.
Well, let's not try it
Glad
anyway.
we cleared that up. I mean, you've got to take plugs out and swap cams over, but yeah, it's actually possible to do it, which is kind of cool. There's also a way to put Subaru head gaskets on, or a direction they're not symmetrical. And I have once put one on incorrectly, which results in the oil pumping out everywhere.
Damn.
Much like if you use a S13 SR head gasket on an S14. So the oil feed, the main oil gallery is on the left-hand side, on the left side of the block. Well, it's actually technically on the same side if you flip it over, but it's always on the crank end on the left side of the block. So if you put it backwards, every other port will seal except for the oil pressure. And as soon as you start it, just turns into oil fountain. And 1 out of 10 recommends on that, boys and girls. Because I've done it once.
Damn.
You only do it once. Well, hopefully you only do it once.
Ah, right, because...
Because then it leaves it open.
Yep. Holy crap, I just realised where the end of the spark plugs pop out now.
Yep.
Wow. There you go.
You're on the inside now, my friend.
Wow. So are they on the inside of the combustion?
Yeah.
Wow. And that's with all spark plugs, I'm guessing.
Yeah. There may be... I think Honda trialled a pre-combustion chamber, which had the spark plug in the pre-combustion chamber, but it's very common to see that style of setup where the plug's just straight in the combustion chamber.
So they'd be copying all that heat.
Yeah.
All that. There you go.
A lot of spark plugs are made out of like precious metals and all that sort of deal. Brand new head bolts. With Subaru, you need head bolts, or you need new head bolts every time. They are a single-use part. I think some of the really older engines, you could reuse them, but for the, I guess, peace of mind of not having to do this whole job again,
Yeah.
$100 and something worth of head bolts is fine. The one thing I will say is ARP bolts are definitely reusable, or ARP studs, I should say.
And that's because you torque them down differently?
Different
or?
material, different torque settings, a bit of all of the above, really. Well, there's actually 2 different head bolts.
Oh, okay.
So there's the one that's just bare top, and then there's a black one.
Okay.
So there's 4 black marked ones, and then there's 8
Oh, okay.
of the normal ones. So don't use that part number for all 12,
Yeah,
because
gotcha.
they're actually a different metallurgy.
Yep.
Well, I'm assuming they're different. There must be a reason they're a different part number and the head's painted black.
True.
Surely Subaru wouldn't be like, I gotcha.
Which ones are more expensive?
Oh, they're all about the same.
So there's no indication of maybe, I don't know.
Material difference.
Yeah.
Or visually, there's no difference. Oh, actually, no, there is. So on the top,
Oh, yeah?
that's stamped S, and then these are not. S for Subalt,
S for superb.
or Subaru maybe.
Yeah.
It's a big end. I'm going to put that water pipe back on first.
Installation is the reverse of the
The removal procedure.
Yes.
On turbo engines, there's actually a bolt from this to the front of the head. So you have to make sure that you undo that, because it can catch you out as well. But in this instance, it doesn't exist, so no such catching out. Righto, let's slap this sucker on. There is fluid in there, so I want to get that out first, because that would have all gone on the head gasket. Can hear
What's
it.
the quirkiest sort of Subaru engine setup that you've seen? Like, can you put ITBs on this, for example, or?
I mean, I guess you could. I've never seen. No one's successfully made power with an NA Subaru engine. They just really don't respond well to trying to make power in NA form.
Yeah.
There was back in the day, there was a guy that claimed to make big power with all these different weird hybrid engine parts, and no one ever. There was no proof really. It was all just kind of internet hearsay
Yeah.
and claims.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But
That you're dipping that in oil.
yeah, so I just want to get a bit of oil between the washer and the head surface, and the bolt head surface as well,
Yeah, right.
just for torquing. You don't need to really go to town, just get them a bit moist and drop them in.
Cool.
This is part of the factory Subaru method as well.
Yeah, right.
Unfortunately, I have lost my engine assembly book. I don't know where that's gone, because I went to get it out of my toolbox the other day in preparation of said engine assembly. No, I'm not rattling the head down. I'm just purely running the bolts in.
So 2 black ones in the middle,
Yep.
and then you got the 2 on the corners.
Yeah, the unmarked ones on all the corners.
Yep. Remind us again, what's the order of torquing?
Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sweet.
It's a very complex process, the Subaru head torquing game.
So you're not joking, every 100,000 Ks roughly, it seems like you're doing this job.
Pretty well.
Do you reckon that's why Subarus are cheaper than the Mitsubishis?
They just burn oil instead. Yeah, so you got to do 180 off on all the bolts, then another 180 off. It's just a very busy dance. And from memory, the middle ones are like 30 Newton meters or something. 34.
So now you're going back up to 34 Newton meters.
Yeah. So we're going to do these suckers back up again. And yes, this torque wrench is designed to be used forward and reverse, so to just relax. That's why it has a ratcheting mechanism. Oh dear Lord, this torque wrench has done some Subaru heads.
I bet.
One side done.
Yeah, wow. That's very complex.
It is. So now we flip it over and do it again. Some people will like fully assemble one side, like put the rock cover gasket or the rock cover on and all that sort of stuff, but I prefer to just do both sides
Yeah.
step by step.
It's like anything though. Really
Yeah,
ways to
different
skin it.
people have got different preferences, and
Yeah.
there's no real right or wrong way.
Yeah.
As long as the engine gets assembled the right way and then all the torque specs are met,
Yeah.
whatever. I mean, that's my outlook on it, but
It'll take weeks to do anything. I also wonder how they reached the conclusion of this is the best method for this particular setup.
science. Because what we're actually doing is tightening a bolt to a stretch, effectively, not a finished torque setting.
So the middle ones were 34.
Yeah, and then these are 15. Which is nuts.
Yeah, like not much.
Like you just get it to touch. It's literally the bottom of the torque wrench setting.
Yeah, right. And that's the final torque, is it?
That's the final torque, but then
Wow.
you do the 180 plus 180, the 90 plus 90.
Ah, yes, of course.
So like that, literally.
Yeah, wow.
And the cool thing is, because this is digital, it calculates the angle,
Oh, that's cool.
and then you can ratchet it.
Yeah, it makes sense. So the total of that was a quarter turn, in other words.
Yeah. Handy tip if you have a digital torque wrench is to make sure every single time you use it, you take the batteries out, because if these things fail and leak acid or other garbage into this torque wrench, there's every chance that it's not repairable, and well, Snap-on at least will not give you any warranty or rectification if the batteries leak. So user beware, don't let your batteries die in your torque wrench. Or any power tool that you're leaving batteries in, really. Ta-da. Half the time is actually unpacking all the shit, because it's not like an aftermarket kit where they're all bagged as a kit. Like
Yeah.
every single part is a different part number. Which I feel like manufacturers should be a bit smarter in at least offering like co-packaged kits.
Yeah. Just as an environmental requirement.
Well, like how
sort
much
of thing.
plastic are you looking at here?
Yeah.
Or the other thing, put them in snap-lock bags.
Yeah, that's true.
Because then if you buy the part and you can't use it for whatever reason, at least you can take it back and the packaging isn't ruined.
Yeah.
Hot
Although I
take.
wonder if it's strategic on their part so that once the package
you
is
can't take
ruined,
it
they
back.
know, yeah. The only thing I didn't think about really washing out was that. Do I
fine.
take the...
No.
Yeah, cool.
I hit it with the fucking brake cleaner anyway.
Cool.
3 and 2. Oh, what a guess.
What was that? Like you, as in they're labelled or?
No, I just grabbed the first 5 I saw.
3 and 2.
Yeah, as in like there's 3 longer ones and 2 short ones.
Yep. And you can tell which goes where because...
The rock cover's taller in spots.
Yep.
That was a bit aggressive. With a bit of common sense, you really can't over tighten these because they're all shoulder bolts. So you basically just get them to bottom out and then give them a tiny nip once they're bottomed. You can feel them like really get tight really quick because they look like that. So you can't really over tighten it unless you're using a power tool. And as you can see, we nipped them up with the gun, and because it's compressed the gasket, even when the gun started to click, it's actually nowhere near tight. Yeah, we want to make sure all these surfaces are clean, because if there's any oil on here, there is potential for the oil to track through where the clean gasket's sitting on. You really want like that rubber to be contacting clean aluminium on the cylinder head. You will probably notice overspraying brake cleaner into the engine. First and foremost, it's not really going to matter because this oil is getting dumped out straight away, but secondly, it's going to evaporate anyway as soon as the engine gets some heat into it, so I'm not really fussed. These plugs have been in here for a while. That's why I reckon this did run for a while after I did the engine, because the plugs themselves were pretty smoked. And these plugs are due every 25,000 Ks.
Ah, okay, right.
So I'd say these plugs have done probably, yeah, at least that. The bores all looked fine. There was no real damage or marking or anything on there, so
Sweet.
good to go for another 100,000 till its next head gasket replacement.
Sweet.
You'll probably have sold it off and bought a, I don't know, some hectic four-wheel drive by then. Nailed it.
Some epic what, sorry?
Some hectic four-wheel drive.
Maybe. Yeah, I'm probably headed down a dual cab ute route like every other average Joe. How many people do you reckon I offended with that?
Me.
Just so handy, you can't argue with it. I need to tow my Falcon
Plenty of haters out there, bro.
Yeah. I need to tow my Falcon places while I've got the whole family in the car and bikes in the tray. Eventually.
I like this. I like that you're long-term committed to a Falcon. Something I never thought you would be or do or say.
I know.
You've changed,
I know.
and I like it.
driving the Falcon, it changes you.
Oh, that's interesting.
It is, I know.
That's not what I meant, but these spark plug seals are made in Vietnam,
Yeah, that is interesting.
not made in Japan. Interesting, Subaru, interesting. I don't know why, but the parts catalogue told me there was 8 of these per side, but there's only 5. Now, I thought there was 5, but I second guessed myself because I was like, it is a long time since I've done this. No, still 5. Come on. So you can probably see I've only just taken it down to the point where it touches the gasket.
Yep.
There's still heaps and heaps of bolt left. I'm not powering those down because that's when you start to stretch and snap these rock cover bolts. And in Canada, what are you talking about? I do like that you get a genuine style water pump gasket, not a paper one. Because that was one thing that I had a realization that I forgot to order was a water pump gasket. What is that bolt for? I see a bolt, I don't know where it goes. No, I don't. I know where it goes.
So that's.
I've made a mistake though.
Oh, yep.
The bolt in the dipstick is the wrong bolt. How do I know that, Gian?
Don't know, because you know things about
Pretty well.
Subarus.
Pretty well. I was actually looking at it going, that looks a bit long. Sorted. Crisis averted, my friend.
Fifth.
Stop worrying. Click.
Is that a mark that you made on that
Probably.
wheel? Oh, okay.
Probably.
Not for this job.
Nope.
Yeah.
Probably the last time I had it apart.
How are you lining that up? Are you lining it up with anything, or
Sorry?
does this matter?
Yeah,
which
just
way
use it. It's on that
Ah, okay, yeah, gotcha.
split in the head.
Okay, so that mark does actually indicate that to you.
It does.
Same them.
No, you. So it's all in the right spot. I need your finger.
Yeah, I thought I'd double check before I pulled
Just
the
pull the pin, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
Oh, you want me to pull the pin?
No, I do not. Because then it means I've got an extra 20 minutes of frigging around. And then this one is the old style. So it's got this back lip on it.
Oh, yeah?
The latest Subaru ones actually use that.
I wonder why they got rid of it. It's just not needed?
I think it was purely to simplify part numbers because that and that does the same job, but just this one has that
yeah.
back
Yep.
kind of guide on it.
Yep.
Now this is a handy little tool for setting the clearance on this time belt guide. All the Gates kits for years and years and years have come with that.
Oh, cool.
So that's a nice little thing to put in your toolbox.
That sounds like a handy tip to me.
Yeah, but it's a tool that comes with the time belt kit, so it's not really...
Yeah.
If you don't have it, it's a handy tip to use a cable tie.
Oh, okay.
There is an actual measurement that you can do with feeler gauges, but I've just found a reasonable cable tie is also a good indicator of thickness. Some friggin' potatoes, put that in a bit snug. Should be right. So there's your inlet and exhaust gaskets.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Which we'll do obviously after once we've got my engine out.
Yeah,
So I can use the bolts.
exactly. So now it's literally pull the pin.
Oh, yeah. Run.
Baby shit. Well, that's part one of the Impreza engine refresh done. I have already said it before, but we haven't touched the bottom end. Basically just done a reseal, so new head gaskets. We've just hand cleaned the block and the head face. The reason I've done that rather than opt for a head service, well, two reasons. A, to save a bit of money because a head service these days is $700 or $800. And B, this engine hadn't overheated. The block and the deck were both, the block and the head surfaces were both pretty clean. And we only had a very minor oil leak on the left-hand head, which is super common for this engine. So it was predominantly really to take care of an oil leak, not a compression issue or a coolant leak. So just a quick hand refinish with the stone has got the head faces nice and clean, and as I said, the deck as well. So that's pretty well sorted. Massive thank you to Wayne from Shembry's Custom Shop for also coming out today and finishing up the exhaust on the GX81. And also massive thank you again to Ben Brothers for supplying all the materials for the exhaust system we put together. Pretty much wraps us up. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.